Hey guys, it's Synthesize, and welcome back to another gameplay guide for Heroes of this Heroes of the Storm, if I can spit it out. Today we're going to be playing as the Queen of Blades, Kerrigan. She is an melee assassin, and if you haven't played her before, this is what she does. Her Q is Ravage, and you basically jump to an enemy target and you deal a little bit of damage. Your W is a AoE stun. After a short delay, it's called Impaling Blades, and it'll pop up out of the ground and do a decent amount of damage and also stun the target. And your E is Primal Grasp. You, in a cone shape out in front of you, you'll drag everybody that's caught into it towards you. And if you can place your stun down first and then drag everybody into it, you have successfully completed what is now affectionately called the Kerrigan combo. So we did pick up Sharpened Blades in our first tier. This is just going to give that Kerrigan combo even more damage when it does land, and hopefully we land it often. Unfortunately that time we weren't able to capture anybody, but nevertheless we're going to be pumping it out all game, and the more often that we can hit them, definitely we will be well on our way to a successful game. The other thing to know with Kerrigan is her trait is Assimilation. So for 10% of all the damage you do, you will gain as a shield, and this is going to give Kerrigan that little bit of survival and tankiness that she desperately needs, because otherwise she's fairly squishy and she doesn't really have a way to heal herself, like say like Butcher or good combo there does absolutely destroy the monk, and that's the power of Kerrigan. Just right there is that burst potential through the combo. It does a fair bit of damage, and if you can land it, yeah, it's usually a kill. But yeah, so she doesn't have a heal like the Butcher or Thrall as other melee assassins, so she needs something to keep her in the team fight a little bit longer, and that is the shield. See if we can get it again. We do land it for the second time on the monk. He is having a bad day, and we're able to follow it up with a really good kill on Kael'thas. Perfect timing, as this leads straight into the mines, and at least for the next 10 seconds we're going to pretty much be unchallenged, as two of them are just popping up in the storms. Yeah, that's the word it's called. Here we're going to pick up Fury of the Swarm. This is going to give our basic attacks a cleave, and really good pickup, especially on a map like here, because we're going to be hitting a lot of minions, especially in the mines. It's pretty good on most maps, to be honest. The other option that most people go is Envenom. I do see them all there. I'm going to just try to grab as many of these skulls as I can, and then Bale. Looks like they're going bottom, so I'm going to go top, as we do not have the man advantage anymore. I don't want to get involved in that, so I'm going to leave. We don't necessarily need the last skulls. I mean, it's not worth dying in a team fight for. I mean, the bruises aren't super powerful anyway, but they are probably a lot safer to get at the moment, as we know that there is a whole bunch of them down going for that boss. Probably a better use of my time would to actually have been to go for their siege camps, but in the end this was definitely the far safer play. Does look like the actually no, never mind. Hopefully these guys know that they shouldn't cap this. No, unfortunately they don't know about the correct time, and it is really the correct time to cap the siege camps is after the siege golem had passed this gate. Just as Karazim was mentioning there, they would have actually stood behind our gate and defended for the whole time, and we could have basically just left them to defend solo, especially because they had the weaker golem. But in the end, we're actually going to, looks like we're going to defend ourselves. So it's a bit of a wasted opportunity because we could have potentially been attacking their, pushing their forts the whole time. But in the end, we are back here defending, and they have a really strong push going on, especially with Murky. See if I can capture anyone in this stun. I do get a couple, but nothing to back it up, unfortunately. Here we're going to pick up Assimilation Mastery. This is once again going to keep us in the fight longer because while we do have this shield up, we're going to gain 100% mana regen and health regen. Main thing for that is really the mana regen, because one of the main issues with Kerrigan is that she runs out of mana really quickly. The monk doing a really good job. Unfortunately, I should be able to pick him up, and then Kel'Thas as well is in a bit of, it's going to be in a world of pain there. So once again, Kerrigan really strong early game, and if you can abuse that sort of early game strength, it looks like we're doing a really good job of pushing top lane. So that's good work from our Nazebo and Zagara. So this is going to enable us to basically get 10 before then. If we don't throw away any lives, I'm going to also go up and help join in on that fight. Pull our monk a little bit out of position. They do seem to be coming from the side because they have vision, but I definitely should be here to join them. I do miss that combo, unfortunately, but almost nailed it. Can stay in this the healing ward as long as I can. Again, I'll soak up all that health before I jump in. Just waiting for someone to initiate. I don't want to be the first one to go in because I am so squishy, but then again, we don't really have anyone to jump in. Neither side has a tank. Looks like we are successfully pushing them back. I'm just going to sit here and push this lane out a little bit, see if they bite, because we do have 10, so we definitely want to push the fight. I'm going to ping that we should fight. And Kel'Thas is absolutely going to get destroyed here. I'm going to pop my ultimate to make sure that we successfully pick up this kill. If I get a chance, I'm going to Ravage to Vala. She does just manage to get out of that with a really well-timed Volt. But yeah, at level 10, it was absolutely the correct call to push and engage and fight because they really had no chance of killing us. Murky is doing a good job of pushing bottom lane, but I think we should definitely just keep pushing or collecting as many skulls as we can, and if we can get up a 100 to 0 skull golem, well, he can push all his light, but we're going to definitely do some damage with our golem. Looks like they're going to be coming top, so I'm going to ping danger, let the team know that they are all coming top, so we did a good job of actually already collecting all those top skulls. So here we go, we're going to have a massive golem compared to theirs. Unfortunately, Vala was picked off, caught in a really awful situation. I'm going to try and do my best to help our Zagara. See if I can land any stuns here. We do land a couple, absolutely huge stuns. Let's jump to Lily, see if I can get off. Oh, a good shield from Monk does keep him alive just long enough to to jump back into the fight. But it looks like they've all disengaged, so these skulls potentially may be ours and ours only. They have not collected a single one. And not getting any help from their own Murky, so we're in a really strong position. If we can capitalize on this golem, if we can push with this golem, we can actually do a fair bit of damage.
Rise and let loose your wrath.
Alrighty, Nazeba going for bruises, it looks. if we get them now, this should be fine. As long as we're pushing, this is definitely a good call. Still a few seconds till the golems are up. Kel'Thas a little bit out of position as well. Does have the shield on him. I don't want to engage just yet. I'm going to pop my ultimate now. See if I can claw him back into it. Good jugs does keep him alive just long enough to survive, but we are pushing quite deeply now. I'm going to pick up Queen's Rush. This is going to help me get toward those kills. Oh, damn. Don't want to push any further than that, and we are going to be in tower range. If I can get the Ravage off, we do, which means we now get another free Ravage, because when you get a kill with Ravage, its cooldown is reset. So here we go, we're just going to push with boss. Really strong boss. See if I can get off a few kills, but we might not need to. I'm just going to annoy the monk. He's going to get completely blown up. He does have the shield on him. Unfortunately, just a little bit too much damage. Oh, our monk in a little bit of pain there. But looks like this will be game. Just going to hit the core as much as I can. At 16, I would pick up aggressive defense. This gives us a fair bit of health and mana back. As we're getting our health and mana back, it also gives us a larger shield. And at 20, I would normally go for Bolt of the Storm for that extra survivability. But that was Kerrigan.